I don't know if you can really get the sense of like how amazing it is outside right now. Like there is like zero wind, and it was quite foggy this morning, but that disappeared pretty quickly. And I don't even know what temperature is, but the sun makes it feel warm. Like this just feels amazing. I feel like I've been cooped up for a lot of the winter and haven't done, like most winters I'm out here moving compost, and I had planned on cleaning out the barn in January or February, but it was so cold. It was so cold. So this is incredible. And you can tell I need a new coat. The zipper is shot. It won't work. And I love this coat. I love my coat, but I'm gonna have to go coat shopping soon.
Okay, yeah. Just drop in there. Okay, cool.
Would you like me to go first, or do we do it later? Videoing everyone. Or maybe I can get a Molly next. Hey! I'll go you too. Not as much. No.
And you don't know any of them?
Nope. I've met one of them on a video call. You can make a store of like your tulips, my euc, and some willow or whatever. It's just me. I know, I'm so far.
So our flower collective got together this week because the season is going to be here before we know it, and we needed to get together to go over some things and plan for this coming season. So it's a flower collective, or sometimes they're called a hub. It's like a group of growers that get together to combine all their different flowers to make one pickup location, like one storefront for florists and designers to buy from. So it's ideally supposed to be beneficial for the growers and the designers, and just kind of pool our resources together and make it hopefully ideally work for everyone involved. So our collective we don't pay anyone. There's no one in charge that's getting paid to run our collective. It's kind of been Heather and I, we got it started, and then we kind of manage it, all the back end stuff of the collective. But it's key that we all get together still, because everyone's really in charge of making sure it works all season. And Heather definitely has a bigger role because it's on her property. You need someone that has a property that can handle all these people coming in and out every week, dropping off flowers and picking up flowers, and someone that has a cooler that we can use to put all the flowers in during the transition times.
Right. Oh, this does smell amazing.
So good. Like, okay, we should have just done our collective meeting out here. It smells so good.
This is great.
Yeah. It's nice, eh?
Yes. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really not bad at all. It's so low maintenance.
This is like,
I'll just hold it. We're in the jungle. Just tuck it behind you.
Okay, so we've only done the collective like 1 year. Neither of us have been part of a collective before, but we've sold to wedding designers. So how did you think our first year, like in general, were you happy with it?
I think I was overall pretty thrilled with it, to be honest.
I was too.
Yeah, I think we got a good little group of growers, the 8 of us, to contribute different things to the collective. There's a couple hurdles, but everyone was pretty receptive through it. We had open dialogue.
There wasn't
it created
huge
a community.
problems.
Nope. It was overall really great, and I'm stoked for a second year.
The opposite of that, was there anything you were disappointed?
I mean, no. Overall, no. Just like getting used to a new way was a little bit hard. I wouldn't say I was disappointed.
No.
But again, as the year went on, I think that it got easier.
So the challenge, it was a new rhythm, to selling. So the challenge of it was learning the website.
Yeah, and kind of, I mean,
I don't know if challenge was the right word.
No, and also just getting used to like having a flower community, which was a really, really good thing. All the previous years, we've all kind of worried about our own sales, but kind of getting worried about everybody's sales as a collective, and being a community was something to get used to. But
yeah,
really cool.
It was cool, but almost a little pressure because we really want this to work. And now it's not just am I selling enough or is Heather selling enough? Is as a group of 8 growers, do we have enough going here to make it worthwhile for everybody?
Yeah.
Well, we know it was the first year, so we do think next year will go better. But okay, talking about that, how were your sales without too much detail? Were they better or worse, or
they were worse, but I think that's okay because I brought a list of florists to the collective because we've done this in the past, as did you, and then those florists bought the same, if not more, but spread between all of the growers, not just from me. So my personal sales were less.
Yeah. I looked at my numbers again. I actually think when it was all said and done, I'm probably fairly even.
Yeah.
And I think some of my sales I lost, not due to the collective. I just stopped servicing people that weren't part of the collective. And I think little sales like that do make a difference.
They do. They add up through the
But
year.
there's only so much time.
We never have enough time. No, that's right. But yeah, if you want it, you got to sign up.
So yeah, we just had our meeting then with the growers. I'm trying to think, if we're really running it pretty much the same, except we're hoping to add, Heather's going to try and, if we can add in delivery, I think designers really like the option of possibly getting it delivered. So we don't know how that's going to work yet, but are we changing anything
Nothing else really significant, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I'm trying to think back.
No, we're pretty much doing everything the same.
But better.
But better, yeah. Same but better. I like that. Yeah. Can that be our tagline?
Same.
The same but better.
But it was good. I appreciate you getting this. I think really Heather has the location and the setup to make it work. And
But Jen has all the years experience behind selling wholesale. Like, you've got the most experience out of any of us. And
I'm just
I think we all
old.
appreciate that. No,
I'm the old one in the group.
I'm saying experienced.
I think I naively went into last year thinking that my sales would increase being part of a collective, that I would have access to more florists and designers who would potentially now buy from me. So the difference was that I was already selling to some of the larger florists and designers, but now they were splitting their buying up between all 8 of us growers, because that's the challenge. A number of us growers grow very similar things. So as we move forward, it's actually what I like about being part of the collective, and I really like it going into my second year, is I don't need to grow everything. There's other growers growing it. So I can really dial in now to what grows well on my property. What can I grow efficiently and maybe improve that? And so I can grow more of those things and not feel the pressure to grow everything, that I might lose a customer because I don't have all these 20 offerings at a certain time, but they can still get it from another grower. So that's what I really loved about the collective and being a part of it. Okay, so this is the manure from one pen from inside my barn. That's where the goats have been this winter. Normally they're back here, but they're there. I actually gave them access to a bunch of the pens and the center aisle, because goats are mean. They're really mean if you pen them up in too small of a pen. So I gave them lots of space this winter. Ideally, I love to clean like half the pens out so I can keep them there while they're birthing, since they're there already, and it's kind of handy to have all these pens. So anyways, one pen down. Hopefully we can get some more done this month. So besides cleaning in the back barn, I haven't really done much outside this week. It's been a lot of rain and mist, and it's very muddy now. Walter is still down there, but at the beginning of the week we went for probably our last walk in the field, because it's just so buddy out here now, but it was still frozen on Monday morning. So I've been in the house, I've been potting things up, mainly my eucalyptus. I just thought I'd give them a boost and get them into some bigger containers. And then I bought these new trays from Indoor Farmer, my favorite online gardening store, but they had a sale on their bootstrap farmer trays. So I'm trying, I don't know what they're called, if they're air pruner trays, but they're a little bit pricier, but super durable. And I think my lisianthus looks super cute in them. So I just did a little bit, so we'll see if they will take off in these trays, and maybe I can get lisianthus blooms end of July or a little bit earlier in August than sometimes I do. Okay, so that's it for another week on my flower farm. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again next time.